Why do we scroll down on social media? Why do we consume content? People feel overwhelmed, but yet they come to different social media to feel something. So, what does this tell us? Actually, people don't go on social media to learn something, they go to feel something. So, how do we use emotions for content creation on social media? That's what this video is about. First of all, why emotions? Actually, think about it. If a person is working the whole day, they just want to have a little bit of the oasis of their content to feel entertained, to feel relieved, to feel maybe switched off, whatever. To actually make them change from their own reality of their busy lives into something easy and good. So actually, information is not the important thing here. It's not the most important thing. It's the feeling. How a person feels after this long day. So content can be good, content can be great. But if you only focused on tips, frameworks, information, super quick, maybe that's not exactly what your audience wants. So how do you know how to use emotions for content creation? It's not that difficult. It's actually super simple. First, assess the emotions, how you are feeling before content creation. What is driving you at this specific moment? Why do you feel this way? And super importantly, second, how is your audience feeling in this moment? Why is this important emotionally? So you can actually level. So right now, I put you an example. Yesterday, we had an awesome group coaching in Business with Hearts, and this was the discussion. They feel tired of creating content. They're overwhelmed. They need to create content. We all need to create content and business owners, but it is exhausting. It is a burden. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it works. How do you know? So the conclusion was we all feel rather fed up and tired, and it's another activity more. So there was little joy in the room with regards to content creation. That was the feeling. And how did I want them to feel after? Relief, and with a sense of purpose for content creation, with a sense of clarity for content creation. So what is the approach? First of all, you need to engage yourself to create content. You need to understand that the reason why you create content is to transform a person's life with that message, not necessarily about the views, about the engagement, about the followers. If that comes, great. But are you an influencer or are you a business owner? Do you want sales or do you want people to applaud you to say how great reels you are making? That's the question. Social media can be a tool for your business if you know how to use it. So the point is, what do I offer? The clarity. What do we need this goal? But for that, you need to know what is exactly you are feeling about it and make it enjoyable for you. It's actually not that hard if you think about it. What connects is trust. And trust is created by this emotional engagement that I have with you, not the information I give you. We are overwhelmed with information. You find information everywhere. Just go to ChatGPT, go to Claude, whatever. That is information. People don't want to know more. They want to feel seen. They want to feel recognized. They want to feel safe. They want to feel relief. Or they want to feel something else that you need to find out. So what people need to feel is your goal. That is what we want. We want to give them entertainment, inspiration, motivation to keep watching this content. So that's what is it about. It's not about information, tips, all the technical stuff. Information is not that. It's trust with you as a business owner. So that's what we want. How do we do this? Actually, the framework of emotional intelligence is very simple. First, how do you feel? We need to know that. You need to put that right there before writing content. Why? Because unconsciously or consciously, you actually transfer a lot of your emotions in your content. And when you do that with intention, you can use it for you in your favor. But if you are just rushing, people feel that, and you create the opposite effect to what you want. So if I want to give you clarity, if I want to give you a state of safety net and expertise that I know that I'm talking about, well, I know that I'm talking about because I don't need to read a script. I know it by heart. That's what I do for a living, and I love it. So that's my sense of expertise. So I give you this sense of acknowledgement, of clarity. But before doing that, I have to have the message clear. How do I feel to make you feel safe, seen, recognized, or relieved? Which in my case is the clarity that we give. So ask yourself first how you are feeling before creating content. And of course, the second question is, how is your audience feeling in this specific moment that you are creating content? Why are you doing this? As I mentioned, the reason why I am creating this video is because I know that my audience at the moment feels overwhelmed with information, overwhelmed with communication, with talking, with messaging, and they don't know why their content creation, their messaging on social media is working sometimes, and it works sometimes. They don't know. So my hypothesis is that when you create this emotional connection and people feel identified with you, it works. It works for me. So the point is to know how you're feeling, how your audience is feeling, and then how you want them to feel after your message. What is the transformational power that you give after you create content? If you want people to feel clear and at ease about content creation, which is what I'm doing right now, I'm telling you, there is a way. Simply know the feelings, know what is the emotional state you bring them after, and then try to enjoy this message and do it with all your heart. You have to create content 1 day per week or 1 day per month, and then the rest, you can organize. So it doesn't have to be a burden. You have to really position it that you have to enjoy it as well. If it's a burden to you, you are going to transfer that annoyance to your audience. So you need to be careful with this. In the end, we are humans interconnected in a super globalized world that needs emotions, needs to care, needs to stop, needs to find this trust. And you can do that with your message, and you can enjoy that. So it feels good for you. It feels good for your audience, and you create great content. That's what we do. We actually meet every month in Business with Hearts discussing all of this, and you can meet personally with me, one-to-one consultations. Find the link below, and subscribe if you haven't done it. Let me know what you think, and keep being inspired. See you next time.